He's parted ways amicably with Robert Garcia, feeling fight on the road, not the same kind of crowd. Again.
Poncho's over here gonna be okay. Puños aquí van a estar bien. Buena suerte a los dos. Good luck. Both of you. Let's do it.
Crawford comes out, meets Dulorme in the middle of the ring, and it's Dulorme who seems to be trying to set the pace. Crawford.
Always a very smart kid. Dulorme, however, is out searching right now to see what he can make happen. I think Dulorme wants to try to impose his will because he's coming from welterweight, and he's knowing that Terence is coming up from lightweight, so he's trying to...
Seems to want to upset that, setting the pace, and maybe Crawford has somewhat subdued him already by easily blocking these shots.
Well, he's going to
step in with the jab, destroying his rhythm.
Yeah, because Crawford is a very smart guy, very talented guy, a very smart boxer. So he causes a guy to have to pull his tools out early. If you don't have many tools...
Dulorme, that time with the right hand, though blocked, partially landed to Crawford's midsection. And that may be a decent strategy for him, Roy, even if he's not landing cleanly, land on Crawford something.
When Crawford's smart, so if I'm in Crawford's corner, I'm telling him let's just wait Dulorme out, because usually
fighters have several trainers, up to 4 different people you can consider trainers on one level or another. But Crawford's had these guys his whole fighting life. Dulorme just got with them. What does that mean in terms of communicating
in his corner? However, Dulorme, on the other hand, all of this is new to him. So he'll have to try to make adjustments. Things may get strange if there's a moment of distress.
Crawford very calm under pressure. He was calm in the corner. To his car, was counting his money when he was shot at. The bullet went through the windshield and hit him in.
Such a good professional fighter because of his calmness whenever under pressure. Right now you see him being very relaxed, dealing with the out, and then he'll start fighting Dulorme.
Crawford with a good left hook counter, seemed to land.
Boxing things while he's working. In other words, Crawford is countering Dulorme's jab, countering his hook, countering his right hand to the body sometimes. Whereas Dulorme is just punching, he's never doing anything.
Crawford so far.
Just swipe him across the chin with a small right hook, just to let him know I can hit you whenever I get ready.
And just then rolls with the shoulder, so Dulorme's punch goes wide and connects with his own inside.
Nothing else planned after that big right hand. Where you see Crawford just trying to sneak that same overhand right, but over the top of Dulorme's jab. So everything Crawford does is with a boxing reason. Everything, there's the difference in a real good boxer and a fighter. A guy just out there fighting who's just reacting to whatever happens. Dulorme is sort of reacting to what happens, whereas Crawford is trying to make stuff happen.
Well, if anything,
Dulorme landed a good upper shot, upcut there, but that was just a reactive thing. He threw an overhand right and followed with a left uppercut. Nothing that he set up, he just threw it.
Crawford pumping that jab this round.
See, Dulorme threw that hook with no intent of doing anything afterwards.
And near the end of the round. So we begin round 4 with 3 in the books. The inimitable Harold Letterman. How do you have it, Harold?
Thank you, Max. I gave the first 2 rounds to Thomas Dulorme. I thought he was busier. Terence Crawford more.
Harold and Roy, I can see that. While Crawford, you could see, was strategically in control of the fight. In terms of the actual action, Dulorme was busier in the first 2 rounds.
Yeah, because like I said, he's working. He's pushing the issue more. And his corner told him the same thing. Let's let him burn some more steam off. Then we'll take some chances.
And those punches don't quite have. Not allowing Crawford to actually dominate the action, even if Crawford's giving the impression that he's under control.
Crawford better be careful because Dulorme is a big puncher here.
Good right hand. The end of that round by Crawford. And Dulorme comes out, Roy, seeming to want to reestablish the kind of little bit more of an energetic pace, throwing the May down and changing the actual outcomes of each round, not just the tenor of the fight.
Yeah, but as you know, most people know that Dulorme is good for the first 4 or 5, maybe even 6. Crawford can't get too relaxed here because he can't punch.
Yeah. And Dulorme, while that 1-2 didn't come close to landing, Crawford easily picked it off moments ago on his glove hands.
It does. That was a good boxing move. Like I told you last round, now he's starting to do boxing moves, and it may be that he's warming up now. Because earlier he wasn't doing things like that for Thomas Dulorme.
But he's boxing well enough, Roy, that Crawford's not able to do a lot of what he wants here.
No, he's not. It's because he's making boxing moves now.
A try just then. End of round 5. 66, landed 19%, but because he's busier, he has the advantage through 5, 50-43 over Terence Crawford in terms of punches landed. And that might be the only one that matters so far.
Exactly. That's what I was trying to tell you. He's right about to about round 6, and you see what happened in round 6.
All that boxing studying through the first 5 has paid off big here in 6 for Terence Crawford. He's measuring and tattooing Dulorme in the corner. Crawford, just with surgical precision, drops Dulorme again. That's flashing good power for Terence Crawford against a big guy for the 140-pound division. Look at the accuracy here, Roy. The way he's setting him up, the way Terence Crawford is setting Dulorme up for these surgical strikes.
And he's smart. He's beating the head and the body, Max. He's not just head hunting. This is what you want to see in a good champion. He's not just strictly head hunting when he has to get hurt. He's going to the head and the body.
It's pretty clear through those first 5 rounds, Crawford studied up and now knows every single thing he has to do, and he did it. That is a sensational 6th round knockout for Terence Crawford. Thomas Dulorme. And here are the 2 shots that hurt him, Roy. Measured him, hit him with the left and the right hand.
Faded the jab and hit him with the hook right hand, something he had been setting up behind the jab all night, which is what I told you earlier. When he's used that jab, he's looking for what he can do afterwards. And it's what he did after the jab is what hurt Thomas Dulorme. He wasn't doing that. See that? Hook right hand right over the top. Right off of a feint jab. He feinted the jab like he's going to throw the same jab he's been throwing, but he changed it to a hook right hand. And he had been doing this all night long. It just was a matter of time before he went with the gusto. I went with the killing punch.
It seemed that he had studied up in the first 5 rounds and knew every single thing he had to do once he got Dulorme hurt.
Of course, once he got him hurt, he just had to keep on hitting him. He's fatigued a little now. Once the fatigue sets in, you just keep throwing at him. He caught him with that clean right hand, and down he went again.
And here's the end. I mean, Dulorme never truly had his legs back, Roy, and possibly could have continued fighting, but it was clearly academic at that point. Crawford seemed to have beaten the fight out of him.
Crawford made sure he beat the head, but they don't beat the body to ensure that the opponent doesn't.
The world, Terence.